The Young and the Restless spoilers the emotional struggles of Mariah and Tessa. A battle between love and guilt. The emotional turmoil between Mariah and Tessa has reached a breaking point, and both women are left questioning what they really want and how they can move forward in their relationship. Mariah, exhausted and weighed down by the guilt she feels, is struggling to keep it together. Her heart aches as she faces the reality of the choices she's made, and yet, the love she feels for Tessa keeps her tethered to the idea of salvaging their bond. But with each passing day, the strain becomes harder to ignore, and the question of whether they can truly remain together looms over them. The unspoken decision, to stay or to go? Mariah and Tessa have always shared a profound love, a connection that seemed unbreakable. But now, in the face of overwhelming tension and unsaid words, their relationship feels fragile. Both women have thought about breaking up, but neither has been able to voice those fears, because the love they have for each other runs deep. Despite everything, they don't want to let go of the bond they've built. They want to stay together, but the weight of the unresolved issues between them threatens to tear them apart. Tessa, too, is battling her own set of emotions. She knows that their relationship is at a crossroads, and although she wants to fight for it, she feels the pressure of the unresolved issues that have come between them. It's clear that the time has come for them to face the truth, to speak their minds, and to decide what kind of future they want, together or apart. But for both, the fear of losing each other is just as paralyzing as the fear of staying in a relationship that is no longer healthy. Daniel's plan. The road ahead for Tessa and Mariah. In the midst of their personal struggles, Tessa and Daniel have come to an agreement. Tessa will resolve her issues with Mariah first, and only then will they go public with their love. Tessa, feeling torn between the two women she cares about, understands that she can't move forward with Daniel without first clearing the air with Mariah. While Daniel is supportive of Tessa's decision, he also recognizes the emotional weight that this situation carries. He wants nothing more than to be with Tessa, but he knows that she needs closure with Mariah before they can fully embrace their future together. This creates an unbearable tension for Tessa. The love she has for both women, each representing a different part of her heart, leaves her in a complicated emotional place. But despite her affection for Daniel, she knows that she must address her relationship with Mariah, not only for her own peace of mind but also for the sake of her daughter, Arya. The issue of Arya, a heartbreaking dilemma. The question of Arya's future weighs heavily on both Tessa and Mariah. The little girl, innocent and full of love, deserves to have both of her mothers in her life. But with the strain between Tessa and Mariah, the very foundation of their family is at risk. Who will take care of Arya if they can't resolve their differences? Both women know that their unresolved issues are directly affecting Arya's stability, and neither of them wants to be the one to let her down. Mariah, feeling the deep guilt of her actions, knows that she has a responsibility to Arya, not just as her mother, but as a person who needs to reconcile her own mistakes for the sake of the family. The fear of losing her daughter, of being seen as the one who caused the rift, is a powerful motivator for Mariah. She knows that she must own up to her actions and confront the past if she is to move forward with her family intact. Tessa's guilt. What has she done wrong? Tessa, too, is grappling with guilt. She doesn't fully understand why things have turned out the way they have. She feels like she's done something wrong, though she can't quite put her finger on what it is. Her love for Mariah has always been strong, and yet the distance between them has only grown. The hurt and confusion are suffocating, and Tessa wants to find a way to make things right. But her internal struggle is just as intense as Mariah's. She wants to fix everything, but she doesn't know where to begin. As she contemplates her relationship with Mariah, Tessa becomes increasingly uncertain about what's happened. She tries to rationalize the situation, but the emotional pain clouds her judgment. What is it that's holding them back from truly being happy? Is it the past, or is it something deeper that neither of them has yet confronted? Tessa's journey to understanding her own emotions is just as important as Mariah's, and both women must find a way to communicate and heal if they want to rebuild their relationship. Mariah's confession, a path to healing. In the upcoming week, Mariah will finally take a crucial step. She will open up to Tessa about the guilt that has been eating away at her since she left town. Mariah is ready to face the truth, to admit the mistakes she made and ask for forgiveness. She knows that she can't move forward without doing so. The weight of the guilt has been too much for her to carry alone, and she knows that Tessa deserves the truth. This confession is a turning point in their relationship. It's the first time that Mariah truly owns up to her actions, acknowledging the impact they've had on Tessa and their family. Tessa, in turn, will have the opportunity to hear Mariah's side, to understand her pain, and to decide whether she can forgive her. This moment of vulnerability will either bring them closer together or make the separation they've been avoiding inevitable. The future of their relationship: can love survive? As Mariah and Tessa work through their feelings, the future of their relationship remains uncertain. Can they truly rebuild what they once had, or will the weight of their past decisions pull them apart? The journey ahead will be difficult, but the love they share is undeniable. Their connection is powerful, and it's clear that neither is ready to let go completely. However, the road to healing will require both women to be honest with themselves and each other. And then, there's the question of Arya. No matter what happens between Tessa and Mariah, their daughter will remain a constant in their lives. How they choose to navigate their relationship will ultimately determine the kind of family they will be for her. But one thing is for sure: Mariah and Tessa are not giving up without a fight. They will face their demons together, and hopefully, they'll find a way to rebuild the family they've always dreamed of. Conclusion: a journey of love, guilt, and redemption. The emotional rollercoaster that Mariah and Tessa are on is far from over, and the next chapter will be pivotal in determining whether they can heal their wounds or if their relationship is beyond repair. With Mariah's confession looming and Tessa's internal struggles intensifying, the outcome remains uncertain. But what is certain is that their love is deep, and their bond, though strained, is something worth fighting for. As they confront their guilt and face the truth, Mariah and Tessa will either find redemption together or walk separate paths. Mariah's Secret: the mystery behind her tears and desperate decision to leave. Mariah has always been the type to live with integrity, never wanting to cause trouble or be a burden to anyone. She's been a steady presence for those around her, always putting others first and ensuring that her actions don't disrupt the lives of the people she loves. But now, as the weight of her emotions becomes overwhelming, Mariah is faced with a secret that's causing her more pain than she can bear. The question on everyone's mind: what is this secret, and why has Mariah been crying so much, considering leaving Genoa, and struggling to confront her truth? The mystery of Mariah's tears: for someone who has always carried herself with a sense of strength, Mariah's recent breakdowns have left many people concerned. It's clear that something deeply troubling is eating away at her, and the pain is no longer something she can hide. Mariah's tears are a clear sign that whatever is going on, it's far beyond just a small mistake or a passing moment of emotional stress. Something significant has happened, something that has rocked her to her core. But what is it? One thing we know for sure is that Mariah is someone who holds herself accountable. If she makes a mistake, she takes full responsibility, never wanting to leave others in a position where they have to bear the burden for her actions. It's part of her character to want to set things right as soon as she can. But whatever has happened seems to be so personal, so deeply painful, that it's not something she can easily talk about. And so, she retreats into herself, feeling the crushing weight of guilt and sorrow. The rumors: is Mariah pregnant? There have been whispers, rumors, and speculation around Genoa City, with some claiming that Mariah is pregnant. While it may seem like a leap to assume this is the cause of her distress, the possibility can't be ruled out. If Mariah is indeed pregnant, it would explain much of the turmoil she's feeling. After all, a pregnancy is not just a life-altering event in itself, but it also brings with it a multitude of fears, doubts, and questions. Pregnancy, especially if it wasn't planned or expected, can create a deep sense of internal conflict. The stress of facing this new reality alone, coupled with the already existing strains in her personal life, could have left Mariah feeling overwhelmed. The tears, the desire to leave Genoa, and the need to hide away from the world, these are signs of someone in deep emotional pain, trying to figure out how to handle a situation they may not feel equipped to face. The pain behind the decision to leave Genoa City. It's not just about the secret itself, it's also about Mariah's decision to leave Genoa City. This is a drastic step, one that speaks to the immense emotional toll she's experiencing. Mariah is a woman who has always valued stability and the love of her family. For her to consider walking away from it all suggests that the weight of whatever she's hiding is more than she can carry. Could it be that she feels unworthy of the life she's built with Tessa and the family she's made? Or does she feel like she's damaged those relationships beyond repair? The idea of leaving Genoa City, of leaving behind the people who love her, could be her way of coping with the overwhelming guilt and fear she's feeling. If Mariah is indeed pregnant, it may add layers of complexity to her emotional struggle. How does she fit into the life she envisioned for herself with Tessa, especially with the added responsibility of a child? Could she be grappling with feelings of inadequacy, unsure of how to proceed, or even whether she deserves to have a happy family? Is Mariah pregnant? While we can't say for certain whether Mariah is pregnant, the signs point to it being a possibility. The rumors circulating around Genoa City, combined with Mariah's deep emotional state, certainly suggest that this could be the case. But whether or not pregnancy is the cause of her distress, it's clear that whatever secret she's holding is causing her unbearable pain. It's a pain that's pushing her to the edge, making her question her place in the world and the future she thought she was building. Regardless of the specifics, what's most important is that Mariah is clearly in need of support and understanding. If she is indeed pregnant, or if there's another issue weighing on her, the people closest to her, Tessa, her family, and her friends, need to be there for her. Mariah is someone who has always put others first, and now it's time for her to receive the compassion and care she so richly deserves. Conclusion. A time for compassion and patience. The mystery surrounding Mariah's emotional state will continue to unfold, but it's clear that whatever she's going through, it's something that requires both understanding and patience. If she is pregnant, or dealing with any other deeply personal issue, it's important that she be allowed the space to process her feelings without judgment. For Tessa, the future of their relationship depends on Mariah being able to confide in her and find a way to heal. And for Mariah, accepting help and support from those who care about her might be the key to moving forward and finding peace. We may not know the full extent of Mariah's secret just yet, but what we do know is that she's struggling in silence, and it's time for the truth to come to light. Whether it's pregnancy or something else, Mariah's journey is one of healing, self-discovery, and learning to embrace her own worth, no matter